What's going on, ladies and gentlemen? Welcome back to Auto Auction Rebuilds. Today we're going to be working on the $200 Copart BMW 325 Xi, and we're going to go pick up Weird Beard from Weird Beard Auto Sales. But first we got to take the Marauder, man, right? I mean, Weird Beard's about an hour drive away, and I feel like this is the car to drive right here, man. Man, I love this car. It's just an old car, man. You know, it's an old car, an oldie but a goodie, right? There goes that air pump, which apparently works. I love that. Oh, we're out of gas? We're really out. That's one thing about this car, though, guys. This car gets particularly bad fuel economy, so you're always having to get gas in this one. All right, let's hit the gas station, then let's get on the highway. All right, so we are back here with the Beamer. Beamer. Mike is going to get started on some brakes. He already got started. He cheated on you guys. He already got started. He's already got the wheels off. We're going to put a couple rotors on it, and I got them from Detroit Axle. I know you guys are always asking where I get my parts from. When it comes to suspension components and rotors, brakes and stuff, I tend to get my stuff from Detroit Axle. Some of you probably heard of them. They're really big on eBay. I've been using them for years and years. They make quality products, man. It's not sponsored. It's just, you know, good products for a good price. I always like to promote that, send that off to you guys. I'm going to get started. Should I start with oxygen sensors? I'm thinking I don't want to start with oxygen sensors. I'm going to start with the spark plugs, which is going to be, first you got to get this off. There's all these little wire. Well, looks like half the job's already done because this car is not together anymore. You got to take this off, and then you got this big, look at that air filter. Oh my God.
The cabin filter?
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Look at that. Oh, wow. We're leaving that out. I'm not even putting that back in, guys. Like, I think that's more toxic to have in there and breathe than next we got some little these aren't even all the way in, I don't think. No, they're not. They're finger tight. We got some little, yeah, look, this shouldn't be like that. So we got a few little Torx bit screws, looks like 4 of them, and then this whole piece will come off. When this comes off, you got 2 10 millimeters, one back here, one right here. Then this cover pops off once you take the oil cap off. This cover pops off. That will reveal all of your coil packs and your 6 spark plugs. So let's get those changed. All right, we got those little bolts there. Boy, that noise over there is aggravating the living hell out of me. somebody else is working outside. I guess I can't complain because we're doing it too. So there's that piece. Look, you now have access to all those people that are worried that BMWs are really hard to work on because of that cover over the top. They're not. That cover has 4 bolts in it, guys. That cover comes off. Look, you have full access. Now, I'll tell you this. You don't want to have to take the intake manifold off of this. You just trust me on that. You don't want to take the intake manifold off. So we're not doing any of that. What we are doing is we're going to kind of move these out the way a little bit. We're going to get these 10mm bolts off. Let's get this off and expose those coils. All right, we're going to go overkill using an impact to get these little 10 mils off right here. There we go. All right, there's one. And over here, there's, well, that was a little loud. There's 2. You take this oil cap off right here. Right here. And this plastic cover should just pop right off. Let's see, are we that lucky? Come on. There we go. There we go. God, and I know I can already hear the comments. Randy, it's time you get a mount. Stop shaking the camera. Sorry, guys. All right, so here we got our coils, right? We got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. This one looks different. So this one has been replaced, but the rest of these are definitely BMW. I can't see if this is or not. Yeah, this is a BMW too. So we're gonna have 10 mil on each one of these coils, and then I forget, it's been a while since I worked on a Beamer, guys, forgive me. There's a little latch here that you pull up, or so, there we go. You pull up like this. So you see the little tab down here at the bottom? You pull up on that and you'll see this thing pops up, and then you just take your harness off. Easier said than done. There we go, just like that. Repeat the process. Let's pull these out, see what these spark plugs look like. All right, so we got all the spark plugs out, and we got all the spark plugs in except one. Why? Well, because we're probably gonna have to take the whole damn bumper off because I dropped one. One of the spark plugs was sitting right here. It fell, and what I don't know is if it went into this fan area or if it went down through the bumper. I think it went down through the bumper. Unfortunately, I don't see it, and I don't know where it is. So we may actually have to take the whole bumper off. But I wanted to show you guys the spark plugs. Here they are. Take a look at them here. Here's what they look like. They're definitely definitely a little rough, although I wouldn't say they're bad. They're just not great. They all pretty much look the same here, guys. So I probably won't go through and show you like each one, but there they are. Comment below what you think of those spark plugs. Keep in mind, there's massive air leaks after the mass airflow sensor over there, so it's not being able to meter air fuel properly that way. There's one oxygen sensor. There is one plugged in down there, and there's another one missing, so it's only getting readouts from one bank if that sensor is even working. So yeah, I'm surprised the plugs look as good as they do. So we're going to find that last plug, get it in there, get these coils installed, then move on to the oxygen sensors. Okay, so we're going to pop this off, and the spark plug should have been right there, right? No? Hold on. There it is. No wonder I couldn't see it. It fell behind the rebar.
Car ate it.
Wow. Thank goodness, because that would have sucked.
Just leave this off.
Yeah, we just leave that off for a while. Look at that. It's starting to look more and more like it did when I first brought it here. All right, so we got all the plugs, coils, everything is reinstalled. Make sure the ground strap is installed over here and the ground strap over here. Don't forget those. So at this point, we can put the little cover back on and we can start buttoning this up. Then we can move on to the oxygen sensors. I'm going to be honest with you. I don't know how well that's going to go. We're going to have to jack this car up pretty high, I think, on this side. So when he comes over here to start working on the brakes, we'll get this thing up in the air, put a jack stand under it. I'll climb under there and see if I can figure out where. I'm almost concerned here. I see where one oxygen sensor is down there, but there's another one, looks like it goes right over here. Unfortunately, that doesn't look like it's going to work because it is that bung is smashed up against the body and it has a cap in it. So maybe that's why it only has one oxygen sensor. All right, I think we got her did. All we got to do is find the key and make sure it starts. Honestly, I don't know where the key's at. Is it in the trunk? Can't remember if I left it in the trunk, left it in the ignition, or what. Nope, it ain't in the trunk. So let's hope it's in the ignition. This will be our first time starting it with, oh, there it is, with new oxygen sensors, new spark plugs. Here we go. Right now, that is running so good. Let's hook the code reader up to it. Let's clear these engine lights and see what we got left when we're done. All right, guys, you may remember Carly. It's the little app and the adapter that goes in down there. Well, you can't see it, but anyway, Carly's a great app. You can program things out of your car, like oxygen sensors and things that you don't want. So we got airbag, chassis electronics. So what we're gonna do: immobilizer, instrument cluster, engine, 10 issues. We've got a Lambda probe heating bank 2, Lambda probe catalyst bank 1, Lambda probe, that's oxygen sensor by the way, catalyst bank 2, misfire cylinder 5, cylinder 6, cylinder 4, cylinder 1, cylinder 3, cylinder 2. Let's this might take a couple minutes. Check in 2 to 3 days for the health status. Okay, so we've cleared everything, right? There we go. It says very bad. Very bad. 20 issues. Very bad. All right, we're going to check this again. Diagnostics completed, and we have nothing. So everything is clear and good to go, which means we should be able to... well, it says very bad, but it's got a check mark against it now. So everything appears to be good. There we go. Good health status. Now all we got to do is actually fire it up, drive it, and see if see what comes back and what doesn't. Look at that. No check engine light.
What?
There's no check engine light.
Oh, shit.
That's the first time since this car has been here in months that there was no... It'll come back on. I guarantee you that's going to come back on. But for right now, we can enjoy the fact that the only lights on is the windshield washer fluid, which is empty because I had to take the bottle out to do some work on this, and the airbag light, which I don't know why that's on. So full tank of premium unleaded, some new parts. Let's get it out on the road. All right, guys, we're out on the road. Here we go. Moment of truth, man. That's 65. Now let's hit the brakes. Oh, the steering wheel's not shaking. I know y'all can't see it. Is the car vibrating? Not at all, man. Not at all. Dang, she's solid. She's running strong, guys. No BS, man. She is doing great. Alright, guys, watch the speedometer, man. You remember before we could barely get this thing up to 40 miles an hour. Watch this. Let's just smash it. Watch how crisp these shifts are. Man. Dude, this thing rides smooth.
It does, yeah.
Wow. And that's not me trying to get you guys to buy a car neither. Seriously. This thing is smooth. And with that all-wheel drive, man, it just, you can't break traction on this. Like, it goes. When you hit the gas, it goes. I probably shouldn't be this impressed with a little 20-year-old base model BMW 325xi. Man, I'd like to see what that twin turbo BMW 328 or 330i does. If this car feels that good,
Right.
And it's got its manual paddle shifters, I'm not doing none of that, but yeah, she's not missing a beat anymore, guys. Not at all. She is smooth. I love it. Dude, the exhaust sounds right. Yeah, and the fact you can drive it now and hit the brakes. I wish I could show this on video, but I don't think y'all could see. Before, when I'd hit the brakes, the steering wheel would shake. doesn't do that anymore. Like the brakes are solid now. So big shout out and thank you. I know you can't see him, but to Weird Beard over here sitting in the dark. He put those oxygen sensors in and he did the brakes and the rotors, man. Meanwhile, I got hung up because I broke part of the one of the boots for the air intake. Thankfully, FCP Euro sent me a set of new ones. I was able to replace them, but there it is, guys. Jeez. I mean, it's right. It is right. This car is ready. As much as I don't want to let it go, now that it's right, I love it. Like, I would like to go to Pull Apart, grab an interior, and keep this. This thing is just, it's loud, it's obnoxious, the color's loud. Yeah, this car is gonna get noticed, man. So I want to keep it, but I can't. So Weird Beard's gonna take this down to his lot tonight. So go follow his channel because there's a possibility he might not make it.
Don't say that.
Yeah, it's hard to say for sure. Oh, it's so smooth now. So smooth. I know I keep repeating myself, guys. I'm really impressed with how different this thing runs and shifts and drives now that we've got it right. And the fact that we don't have a check engine light on yet either is kind of impressive too, man. Right down there, no check engine light. At least not yet anyway. Let's get it back to the house and wrap up this video. All right, man. Here we go. Oh, the halos flashed. Almost like a real BMW with halos. This one isn't one of them though. This isn't a BMW that came with halos. Those are aftermarket. So it's really cool to see those flash. Don't forget your headlights. There you go. Oh, look at them halos, man. Oh, yeah. Do I make you Randy? There she goes, boys. Man, I'm gonna miss that car. I am gonna miss that car, guys. I'm not even joking. I know that probably don't make sense to. Whoa, good God, what the hell is that? Oh man, that is a bright ass light. So, you know, we're in the garage. That means it's time to say goodbye. Big shout out and thank you to Weird Beard. You got to follow him on YouTube, guys, if you don't. I think most of you probably do by now. But if you don't, Weird Beard on YouTube. If you're wondering what's going on with the car, we're going to put that car up for around $2,000, probably a little bit higher. It is tax time, so probably around like $2,250. We'll see what it brings. You know, basically bottom dollar is $1,500, but I think it could bring more than that. It does have cold air conditioning. It's got good heat. The windows work. Sunroof works. And of course it's orange. It's got an amazing exhaust with headers. We got the new spark plugs. We got the new oxygen sensors installed, new brakes, new rotors. Weird Beard, Mike coming down here made it a lot easier. I really appreciate him coming down here and helping me knock this sucker out, man. I'm glad that it's done. I'm sad to see it go, but now that it's gone, that means we got room to bring in another one. So stay tuned because I got something I'm really eyeballing that I want to bring down here. So again, Weird Beard on YouTube, guys. Follow Weird Beard Auto Sales on Instagram as well. Don't forget to follow me, Auto Auction Rebuilds on YouTube and Facebook. I can still hear the car. I hear him going down the road. Wow, that sucker's mean. I'd almost be willing to bet one of you is going to end up buying that car. I'd almost put money on it. I guess we're going to bounce up out of here, guys. Stay safe out there. And hey, drop your comments below. I'll catch you all very soon in the next one.